I'm Chip Van Winkle, and in tonight's top stories, and of course I'm sitting here at the news desk, why would I be out on the beat where there's black people, Hispanics, and homosexuals? And in other news, Kelly Jean Gibson has been charged with the same crime an astounding 48 times since 1992. When it comes to this man's penchant for the huff, when will enough be enough? What could he possibly have done? Well, it's pretty easy to gather from the mugshot below that Gibson clearly may have a problem. His stoned grin and metallic cheeks tell a tale of seemingly unparalleled alleged paint sniffing. The arrest was apparently a sight to behold, according to Wayne. Gibson had allegedly gone to sniff toxic vapors after getting in a fight with his wife. While his mugshot is ridiculous, paint sniffing is definitely not a laughing matter. Let's hope he gets some help before he makes it to number 50. I'm Chip Van Winkle. Good night. This has been Chip Van Winkle, the racist reporter, reporting.
And away we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Vance, which of these songs are you most excited to record?
The ones about huffing paint and getting arrested for the 48th time.
Hard to Starbreak?
Yes, that one.
Oh. Do you know that I was huffing blue paint when I wrote that? Because it is my favorite color.
Yeah, I prefer red. I mean, I have more of a,
Red I only use on Valentine's Day.
a greenish tone to my skin, and the red, I think, kind of balances it out.
If you were going to huff paint, what color would it be?
Green. Now, bear in mind, this is the 48th time that you're getting arrested for it. It's probably the 4 millionth time you've done it, so...
Well, at that point, he must have finished off the rainbow.
Yeah, it's kind of like we were talking about with the Coronas. When you drink 14, at what point you stop even bothering to, like, slice the lime wedges? Like, you don't care about that point in time. Like, what is the color even there?
What color paint do you have? Depends on what's on sale this week. That or you become a connoisseur and you're like, look, I like silver as much as the next guy, but like you really have to go out, to this particular ACO in this city. They just got a shipment in. It's so fresh.
Right, and this dude probably knows, like, the Krylon Fusion, pro grade will get you higher than, like, the,
But if you really want it to work fast, you got to get a primer.
A primer.
A primer.
bulk
I've been saying
discount.
primer to people.
So regular.
What about the kind that has, like, little chunks of shit in it?
What paint do you have that has little chunks of shit?
The texture kind. You can get, like, a spray
like
paint.
the little sparkle flakes and stuff, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sparkle, I am disrespectful to dirt! I am disrespectful to everything.
What a champion, it's everywhere. It's not just like a little bit around his like lips. It's like did he just like hold it like he like reads the can and it says hold 6 to 12 inches away before application.
I know, look at the website that's reporting on it.
Yar har har, it be the Huffington Post.
Oh, that's so bad.
What was his name again?
Shoot, what was his name? We don't know. We just know him as the man who was arrested 48 times for huffing paint. Now, did we get him on camera? Did we see his face? Okay. So now let's demonstrate how if he were going to be...
You need to take the pick out of your mouth to do this. Okay. Painter's tape is expensive, but it's alright. Now, if you get arrested 48 times for huffing paint, and every single one of your mugshots happens to have paint, generally this area, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and tape that off. So you're going to get yourself a decent length of tape. Like I said, this stuff's expensive, so we're going to reuse it later. And first, you go ahead and start under your chin. Now, go ahead and start right there. No problem. That's how you do it. So you're going to go ahead and get another tape. Now what I like to do, when I get a solid length of tape, I like to wrap it down the middle. And I do this because, see, you want to make sure that you're covering areas just right amount. Now you got to leave a huff hole, okay? You don't need too many, just one solid huff hole. Huff hole. Then you want to do...
I can't even hold the camera still.
Then you want to get it stuck on the side. Your huff hole needs to be solidly you want to get a good perimeter that you can protect. And then once you get this going, you want to make sure that you don't get any paint in your eyes. You also don't want to get it in your hair.
Tape your eyes closed.
You get a nice solid length of tape. I like to recommend about 4 to 6 inches. On my hand, for example, the distance from my thumb to my pinky happens to be 8 inches, so I can go ahead and measure. I'll know exactly. That way, I'm not making any... Now, right about now, you may be asking yourself...
Whether or not we're about to record an album by the Blue Man Group.
Right about...
Where did I leave the paint?
Right about now, you're going to ask yourself, where did I leave the paint? But at this point, you should have huffed enough that you kind of get the 6th sense about it. And you may even have a 7th sense about it, which I like to call the paint sense.
You're getting all nasally.
Well, when I was laughing, I nailed the tape. So this is how you protect your huff hole. If you like to use...
Don't see a hole anymore.
if you prefer to use a paper bag for your huffing, you may get it around your face. If you still have any of the strings, if you haven't been arrested in the hoodie you're currently wearing, then they haven't taken the strings from you. I no longer have strings in this hoodie because I've been arrested 48 times. Huffington Post has me on speed dial. Now, you want to go ahead and skinch that up right about here. As the paint goes upwards and into your nose, you can't help but get some on your nose hairs. That's why I like to keep a nasal trimmer handy for afterward. Now, if you're anything like me, as you speak, and after you've taped up your face to protect from the huffing, you're going to start to get just a little bit of this resonating on the tape. It's going to tickle your nose. It's a little hard to deal with. But I think the easier thing to do is just to live with it. Because if you've been huffing tape for long... Oh, it is over my nose, isn't it? If you've been huffing tape for long enough, or huffing paint, then you're not going to have any smell left.
Okay, and now on to the Q&A portion.
Now on to the Q&A portion.
What if I want designs on my face?
Okay, if you want designs on your face, let's go ahead and start this over then. Oh! Oh!
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh! Oh!
You have no hair on your face. Like,
I have eyebrows, eyelashes.
what if I tried to do this?
So if you want to put a neat design on your face...
See, if you huff paint, it wouldn't hurt when you pulled this off.
Well, what I'm going to suggest... Oh, fucking A, man. Okay, what I'm going to suggest is to get... Watch this. Let's do a nice little... Let's see here.
Let's say lightning bolts.
Let's do a lightning bolt. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to get a little rip on your tape. Now, what I'm going to tell you is to design a lightning bolt and then just
Tony
tape
the
off around
Tiger.
it.
Do it like Tony the Tiger. We'll get a
Where's
bunch
his
of black.
lightning bolt? Watch this. I can do this. Now, if you have an excessive amount of, like, let's say acne, it's not going to help. Wait. Here.
That's why I want the lightning bolts.
I know.
Alright, I'm ready for a guitar player.
Okay.
Can you stop huffing paint for long enough to go check the guitar levels, or should I?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Is this coming out?
It does not look like a lightning bolt.
We'll take the cake out of an oven in a second.
The face of a man who has been arrested 48 times for huffing paint.
Did he blow the tin man?
As reported by the Huffington Post, no joke.
It doesn't...
I'd say it looks like the face of a man who's...
I mean, at this point, why arrest him? Like, look at this man's face. Like, this is clearly his purpose. Yeah, this is clearly his purpose in life.
It doesn't look like he blew the Tin Man. It looked like the Tin Man blew all over him. Did Allison really just make that joke?
I think she did. Okay, so... No. Gator has a video of how he, probably could have prevented getting busted. I mean, the evidence is, they caught him silver-faced, so there's really no arguing that one, but Gator has devised a solution, so...
You just use your painter's tape.
Yep.
You just go ahead and tape it off. So you gotta leave a huff hole.
Yeah, the huff hole. The huff hole is the key to the whole operation. You must have the huff hole.
That's a good band name.